It begins, dear one, once again, with love of self. It begins with love, dear one. It begins with how deeply you love, honor, and value you. As we have said to you many, many times before, everything begins with love. It begins and ends with love. It begins with full love of self, full expression of self, or lack of love of self. So when you begin to communicate with others, it stems, it's an outpouring, it's an outgrowth of how deeply you love, honor, and value you. So are you speaking to another lovingly? Are you speaking like you would like to be spoken to? Communication begins, dear ones, without, dear ones, projection. Many project onto another when communicating with another. Many, dear ones, project and tell others who they are, what they should be doing, why they should be doing it. Giving your opinion consistently about what another is doing. Asking for your needs by projecting and telling another, this is what you should be giving to me. This is what you are doing. Pointing your finger at another and projecting onto another, most likely all of your inner wounding. So it is important now, dear ones, to see how you are communicating with others. Are you communicating with love? Are you asking for your needs? Are you inviting when you are communicating with another? Is your communication inviting when you speak to another? Is it lovingly inviting when you speak to another? Or are you constantly telling another what you know? Are you projecting and pushing your energy when you communicate with another? Or are you opening your heart space and inviting another when communicating to them? Can I share this with you? Or do you say, this is what I need to tell you, and you better listen right now? Or, there is something important for me that I need to express. Can I share with you right now what is important for me to express, to tell you that? So as we give these two examples, dear ones, the example of pushing and projection, or the example of opening and sharing, what raises your resonance and vibration? What opens your heart space or shuts down your heart space? Another constantly telling you what you need to do, what you should do, what you're supposed to be doing? Does that sound like mom or dad? Or someone that opens their heart and says, I see you, I honor you, I value you. You are important to me. There is something that I wish to share with you that is very important to me. Are you open to hearing this? Please tell me, because this is what I need to communicate. So healthy communication is all about needs and boundaries. What do you need? And how do you communicate what you need to another? Are you expecting another to always know what you need? And therefore you move into a passive aggression communication with another, thinking that the other is telepathic and they should know you. So healthy communication, dear ones, comes from an open heart. Healthy communication, dear ones, comes from love. Healthy communication begins with looking at how others are communicating with you. So we ask each and every one of you to do is to look at how others with whom you're in relationship in your life are communicating with you. Do they push their energy telling you what they want to tell you? Telling you what they think you need to know? Telling you what you should be doing, what you can't be doing? Constantly pushing their energy at you, thus projecting themselves on you? How does that make you feel, dear ones? Or are they inviting with love? Are they opening their heart space? Seeing you, honoring you, valuing you as they do themselves. So, dear ones, it's important to understand that healthy communication is only, dear ones, as in-depth as it can be in a relationship with another that is directly reflecting the health of the relationship. If you are, dear ones, having a healthy relationship with another that is based in love, where your heart is open, where their heart is open, and there is a balance of giving and receiving, a balance of giving and receiving love, then you can have healthy communication. Healthy communication with another, dear ones, is only based upon the health of the relationship. It is directly corresponding to that. It directly corresponds to the health of the relationship. So, it is important, dear ones, to ask yourself, what do I want? Where am I in relationship to how I communicate with me? Am I constantly self-ridiculing me? Or am I open and lovingly nurturing me? So we ask you, dear ones, to simply observe the communication that you are having with others. If in fact, dear ones, you are having healthy relationships with another, then your communication is healthy. Your communication is of a high vibration. Your communication is of love. The relationship is of a high vibration. The relationship is based in love. And if the relationship is based in love and it's of a higher vibration, then your communication will be the same. You will each have raised your awareness and consciousness to self enough to be open to all of this. But this is all about self-love. This is all about self-health, dear ones. How healthy are you? Where have you, dear one, raised your resonance and vibration enough to see that what you define as unhealthy is no longer acceptable to you? Therefore, you are no longer having those relationships. Therefore, you are, dear one, creating needs, and a need is I am now having relationships on a higher vibrational level with open and available, conscious individuals, individuated adults who take responsibility for themselves. These are my needs, these are my boundaries, this is what I say I want, this is what is happening in my life. And thus, within all of that, within that type of relationship, you can then open your heart space to have an inviting, communicative relationship with another. It is all intermingled, dear ones. Healthy communication is based upon, dear ones, the health of your relationship with self and the health of your relationship with another.